is Windows, right? Now you all know what personalized mean, right? You can actually change the colors. Is that not correct? Is that not correct? Yeah, you can change the colors to whichever way you want it. So in this case, I'm going to call my computer PC name. I'm going to call it, even Windows will reject such names. I'm going to say okay, I'm going to call it trainer PC. That's my name. That's the name of my computer. So I'm going to scroll down and click next. Now the next thing is going to come up with the settings. Now what Microsoft decided to do was that it allows users to actually log in with their Microsoft accounts. And what does Microsoft account allows you to do? It allows you to synchronize your settings that is already existing in another computer that is running your Microsoft account. Now let's say, for example, this is a Windows 8.1, right? Now I was previously running Windows 8 and I was using my Microsoft account, and this is actually a new computer system. Now if I was to log in with my Microsoft username and password, I can actually do it on this system, and all my settings, my desktop, my icons, my settings, they will all be synchronized to this computer system as well. Are we together? But in this case, we're going to use, we can use customized settings. Now with customized settings, if you screw up, it's going to ask you, your computer is currently connected to a network. Probably you could see it. It says, is this a home network or a public network? We all know the difference between this. Is that not correct? Now if I say no, this is a home network, if I click yes, it's going to ask me for the update settings. Now this is like customizing, but I don't want to customize. I actually want to choose express what? Settings. I'll click express settings. So the next thing is trying to set up your account. Now when this process is happening, Microsoft will actually be checking for your possibility of your computer if it's connected to the internet. Are you getting me? Now my computer is actually linked to the internet, and that is why it's giving me this option. Can you see? Sign in with what? Now the reason is because my virtual machine is connected to the internet. Now in some of your computers, you will notice that your computer is not connected to the virtual machine. Is that not correct? They need to give you an error. That is an internet error, right? Now, if it gives you that error, you notice on the down part, it will ask you to use a local account instead. Is that not correct? But in this case, I'm not giving that option. So what I would do, I will come here and say what? Create what? A new account. Okay, it's going to come up now. And of course, just wait a minute. It's going to boot up. Then on that option, it's going to ask me whether I'm creating a Microsoft account or what? A local what? Account. But in your case, in some of you, it will be preferable you use what? Local what? Account. So let's just give it a while. It's going to come up. It's going to take time. Okay. So I will say no. I don't want to create a Microsoft account. You can see I have the option for Hotmail or Outlook. So I'm going to say sign in without a what? Are we together? Because when you're signing without a Microsoft account, you're actually creating what? A local what? Account. I'm doing this presentation just in case your virtual machine or the computer you're using is connected to what? The internet. Are we together? So I'm going to say sign in without what? A Microsoft account. Now, does it bring me now to create my local account? So I'm going to create my local account. I'm going to call my name. What name am I going to use now? I'm going to use Peter. Password. I'll use password. This is the way I type my password here. $, $W0RD. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to use the icon here to see that everything is in order. Then I'm going to use password hints. On my password hint, I'm going to say default. Default pass. Are we together? So this will enable to remember that this was the default password. Are we together? So now I'm going to scroll down, and of course I'll click on what? Finish. Now Windows will start setting up my computer. Now by the time it gets to the desktop, The other thing I want to show you, which I earlier on discussed, was the MFC console. Is that not correct? How to customize it. After that will be done. Then when we meet next week, I'll proceed with the rest of the practicals. But in the meantime, please make sure when you go home, set up Windows 7 computer system. Make sure you create a user, any user at all. When we come on Tuesday, we're going to do migration. We're going to create a user in Windows 7. We're going to create profile. We're going to create content on the computer. Then we're going to migrate the computer from our computer system to this new Windows 8 we're doing right now. Are you getting me? We're going to migrate the user here, and we're going to see how it works with migration. Then, do everybody have the ADK2? Okay, please make sure you have it. I was supposed to play you some demonstration, but probably I'll do it on Tuesday. The demonstration for answer files and how to create an answer file. So we're going to be doing all that on Tuesday and see how it works. And a couple of things we're also going to do as well, just to prepare you guys for your practicals on Wednesday. So we'll just wait. You can see it's getting Windows started up, right? Taking care of a few things. You can see the way Microsoft customize their setup. Unlike when it starts loading, right? So with this, it just keeps your eyes busy, right? Just to, for you to just keep busy. You see the color changing and all that. So it doesn't make the environment looks bored. Doesn't make you look very bored about Windows installation. Unlike with the previous editions, you just see something is loading. Is that not correct? So these are some of the things Microsoft has changed with Windows 8. So let's wait for it to get up. And the next thing I will get to see is the desktop. Is that not correct? So let's just give it a while. It's going to take a while. Excuse me? Yeah, it takes us to the desktop. Remember, in our last presentation, some of the new things that changed with Windows is that with Windows 8.1, if it notices that the computer you're using is not a touch screen, it automatically takes you to the desktop, right? But if it's a touch screen, what happens? It takes you to the Metro. It takes you to the Metro interface where you have your apps. Are you getting me? But if it notices that the computer is not a touch screen, it takes you straight away to where? The desktop. But it also gives you the option to customize it. Whereby whenever it takes you to the startup or to your desktop, it takes you to what? Metro. So let's leave it for it to boot up. I don't know how long it's going to take. So maybe I'll just stop it now so that we can